Good evening, everyone. This is CNN Tonight. I'm Allison Camerata, and we have sad breaking news tonight. The death of an American icon, Barbara Walters, news anchor, reporter, talk show host, television legend. She's passed away at the age of 93. She had quite a stellar career. She joined ABC News in 1976, becoming the first female anchor of an evening news program. And 3 years later, she became a co-host of 2020. Then in 1997, she launched The View, which is, of course, still on the air. In a statement, Barbara Walters' spokesperson, Cindy Berger, confirmed the news anchor's death. Quote, Barbara Walters passed away peacefully in her home, surrounded by loved ones. She lived her life with no regrets. She was a trailblazer, not only for female journalists, but for all women. That's what the statement said. We have so much to talk about with Barbara Walters and how she impacted all of us journalists. Joining me now is John Miller. He co-anchored 2020 with Barbara Walters. John, sad news. She was 93. Obviously, she lived a life, but anyone who is, I'd say, 40 or above, who's gone into journalism, did it on the shoulders of Barbara Walters in some way.
Well, that's true. And I mean, Barbara Walters didn't just break the glass ceiling. She broke through, she caused the collapse of the glass building. And she did it one step at a time through her career. Remember, she was on the Today Show and then moved to ABC, where she was co-anchor of the ABC Evening News with Harry Reasoner. But Harry Reasoner seemed to resent her presence so much on the air that you could tell it wasn't just there wasn't chemistry, he was almost hostile. And she moved off and then forged her own path, getting the interviews that other people couldn't get, becoming the go-to person, whether you were a superstar or a villain. And she was very generous. When her partner on 2020, which was a magazine show she also pioneered into an entire genre, when her partner Hugh Downs retired, she called me in and said, I want you to be my new co-anchor. And I remember saying, and this is about generosity and her confidence in her own picks, I remember saying, Barbara, I've never anchored anything at all in television, and this is one of the highest rated television news shows in history. And she said, well, don't worry, everyone has to start somewhere.
That's wonderful. I mean, what a great story. She faced resentment from a lot of her male co-anchors, I think, not just Harry Reasoner, but when you talk about the incredible interviews that she did, I mean, so many were record, ratings breaking, and they were memorable. So just to name a few, obviously she did lots of heads of state. She did one with the Egyptian president, Anwar Sadat, that I remember. She sat down with Michael Jackson, which, basically broke the rating system. And then I think the highest rated one ever was Monica Lewinsky. I mean, as you say, John, people, whether it was in the middle of a scandal or it was in the middle of a celebration, she was their go-to. She was the person who had established herself. You hadn't made it until you'd sat down and cried through a Barbara Walters interview.
Well, and I mean, a lot of this was about her special technique, that she forged. If you were being interviewed by Mike Wallace on 60 Minutes, when the killer question came, it came in the form of a stiletto. When you were interviewed by Barbara Walters, the killer question would still come. She would ask anything that needed to be asked, but she did it in a way with not a stiletto, it was a scalpel. I mean, you didn't feel it going in, and she asked it with real curiosity. The viewers really want to know the answer to this, and it made even a difficult interview, even an interview that might be hostile with another interviewer, seem like the kind of thing where the person just wanted to talk and tell her, and she got a lot out of a lot of people. You name it, world leaders, Fidel Castro. She brought me back the box of cigars because she wasn't much of a cigar smoker, and she knew that would make me happy. But I mean, it was the way that made people feel confident that she would ask whatever needed to be asked, but also get their story out.
John, stand by if you would. We have Lisa Ling on the phone with us now. She, of course, was a View co-host for years. Lisa, just tell us what your thoughts are tonight with this sad news.
Oh, Allison, I'm so devastated to learn of Barbara's passing. I hadn't talked to her in a while, and so I've been concerned about her health and how she's been doing. But this woman paved the way for all of us. I don't know that I would be doing what I'm doing had she not been there first and literally fought her way to the top. And I have always had so much respect for her, and it was such a tremendous honor to sit alongside her for 3 years at The View.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. You know, we all have, all of us female journalists have some sort of origin story that involves Barbara Walters. Mine happened in utero. My mother claims that she was watching Barbara Walters while she was pregnant with me and thought that would be an interesting job for my daughter. I mean, and, you know, it just goes to show how long Barbara Walters was in our lives and such an influential presence and such a trailblazer, as you say. I mean, to remind everybody, she started in 1961 as a reporter, writer, and panel member at NBC. But it was no easy road, as you know, Lisa. I mean, the assignments that she got and what she had to endure and break through in order to become Barbara Walters. I mean, for years, they only gave her the fashion beat. And she just,
That's right.
you know, her tenacity allowed her to become this icon.
And one thing that I want to share, Allison, you know, when I started at The View, I was in my mid-20s. I had worked as a journalist for a number of years for Channel One, but still a bit of a cub reporter. And I was so always trying to pepper her with questions and ask her about how she got that interview with Fidel Castro and so on. And she would always say to me, she would look me in the eyes and would say, Lisa, no matter what, I know you're very ambitious, but if anything sticks with you, let it be never neglect your personal life. And she was emphatic about that because she had to make so many sacrifices to get to where she was. And I have never forgotten about that. And I certainly, I've thought about what she said to me so many times as I've tried to navigate this business, that I never wanted to have to make those kinds of sacrifices. And I really didn't, because people like Barbara, you know, did it for us in so many ways.
I totally agree. I'm so glad you said that, Lisa, because I know that to be true also. Women who got into this business in the 70s and 80s had to give up a lot in their personal lives. Many of them didn't have children. She had, I believe, 3 divorces. It was, you can imagine how hard it was to have a personal life when you were traveling and interviewing heads of state and all the competition and, you know, sharp elbows that she had to endure. And I'm really glad that you brought that up, because I think that was a sacrifice that she wished she didn't have to make, but she was a product of her time.
She absolutely was. And she even said that as she was retiring from The View and ABC. You know, after all the interviews that she'd done, she said that her biggest regret was that she didn't spend as much time as she should have spent with her daughter, Jackie, whom I can tell you she loved more than anything in the world.
That's beautiful. Lisa, thank you very much. Hold on for a second, because we want to bring in Sharon Waxman now, who has her own, obviously, story. She's a founder and editor-in-chief of TheWrap.com. Sharon, tell us what you're thinking tonight.
I mean, I'm just thinking what a monument Barbara Walters was, and how she was a presence through consistently through most of our lives. So, you know, you made the point that she started in 1960 and she retired, I guess, in the mid 2015 or thereabouts. She just never went away as a presence. So she is somebody who represented, for those of us who were coming up as female journalists, as a constant symbol of integrity, a symbol of career and ambition and intelligence that you could aspire to. So I think that was really important. And when I think about all of the tarnish that we have on so many of our legendary figures in media, Barbara Walters, it never touched her. She really came through decade after decade and cycle after cycle of the various permutations of her career, whether she's on the Today Show or anchoring the the ABC evening newscast, or starting The View, or doing one-on-ones with presidents, which was like a must. You had to sit down with her. She was somebody who was consistently there as a symbol of what journalism ought to be. At least that's how it was for me.
You talk about her interviews with presidents. She interviewed every U.S. president and first lady, from Richard and Pat Nixon through Barack and Michelle Obama. You're right. I mean, it was, you didn't have a choice. I mean, all roads to the White House led through Barbara Walters, as you point out.
Exactly. And she was somebody who I think candidates, like, they needed to prove themselves to her in a way, in an interesting way. They needed to win her over.